Today's stories include Xbox basically says blame Asus for the ROG Ally price, Resident Evil 0 Remake is seemingly in the works, and the extraction shooter wars are heating up. We'll have all this and more because this is Kinda Funny Games Daily. Yo, what's up? Welcome to Kinda Funny Games Daily for Monday, October 20th, 2025, presented by 5 Hour Energy. Blast through the Outer Worlds 2 in style with an exclusive skin for your Raptidon in-game pet, brought to you by 5 Hour Energy. When you purchase a Purpleberry Punch or Mock Melon Brew 5 Hour Energy products, you receive a unique code to unlock exclusive The Outer Worlds 2 in-game content. Of course, I'm one of your hosts, Blessing, Adioye Jr. Joining me is the Nitro Rifle, Andy Cortez.
Good morning, Blessing. You would think Tim would have left us some of them little 5 Hour Energy shots.
I mean, are you trying to drink enough Hour Energy today?
I mean,
I usually wait till like later in the day before I even.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because like
it's a good kickstart. This isn't part of the ad, by the way. I'm just like, come on, Tim.
I mean, listen, if you want to go back there and take a 5 Hour Energy to start
go
your day.
rummage through his desk. Also, shout out to Tim. Another not sponsored thing. Went on a trip on Thursday to go play a game somewhere. I was like, Tim, can I borrow them X-Real glasses for the flight?
Ooh.
He said, sure thing.
Oh.
Let me the X-Real glasses.
And now the Y button does work.
Sticky. Glasses have a little sticky.
It's all the Mountain Dew.
Man,
Yeah?
it changed the game.
Really?
And it's unfortunate. You know what I mean? Like,
How much are these X-Real glasses?
they're 500.
Oh. I don't know if well, maybe I borrow them and see. Because
Dude.
500, that's like the price point where I'm like,
Steam Deck in
it's
my
got to be
lap.
life-changing for $500 for me.
Steam Deck in my lap, not having to do the fucking,
Oh, yeah.
Just so nice.
Dude.
So nice.
Hear that? Me on a plane with that and Hades 2, forget
man.
about it. Forget about it.
I'm going to go to Tim's house, do the little, is it chloroform with the white,
Yeah.
with the rag?
Yeah.
Knock
What
him
does it
out,
smell
take
like
his glasses. And he's like, they were in your bag the whole time. Watch, you have them.
Yeah, we got to talk about Steam Next Fest.
Okay.
Of course, Steam Next Fest comes around 6 times a year.
Twice a year.
Is it really only twice a year?
It's twice a year.
No way.
Yes, it's twice a year.
This has to be at least the 5th Steam Next Fest in the last.
No, we've been over this.
8
It's
months.
because you open Steam every time, and it's like RPG Fest, where they sell RPG games on sale. And then the next one would be like, here's a party game bundle pack party or whatever, and all the party games are on sale. And then it's like Roguelite Mania Fest or whatever. But those are all just sales for existing games. Steam Next Fest is twice a year, and it's always for games
Let me tell you, nobody loves Fest.
that are not out yet.
Nobody loves Fests more than Steam and the Republican candidate for mayor in New York. Like, and that's a reference to the debate. They're talking about parades.
Oh,
forget about it.
that was hilarious. That was hilarious.
It dominated my feed, and I had to watch every single fucking clip of like Mamdani just being like, always giving the straightforward answer. Like he's the smart dude in the room. Obviously, you cut to Cuomo who just copies the last
every
answer,
parade.
and then you cut to Sleeve.
I'm going to be at every parade at the same time.
Yeah, he's like, I want to go to every fucking parade. I'm like, who is this guy?
I made a joke comparing Sleva to Chikorita picking my Pokemon this weekend.
Yeah.
Because it was between Totodile and Tepig the whole time. It was just like, who's it going to be? And Chikorita's just over there in the corner being like, excuse me, I thought this was a 3-person debate. I thought, why am I not getting to say here?
Yeah, it's
Can
like
someone
me.
Photoshop the Sliwa hat onto Chikorita?
Oh, that's so perfect.
You see the clip where he was like, they were like asking him like, oh yeah, a lot of people don't like the hat, and he was like, well, I wear the hat in honor of like people who died like in the 80s or whatever. But if y'all vote for me, I'll take off the hat. I was like, this motherfucker has fucking no honor. But Steam Next Fest happened.
Yes.
I assume every Steam Next Fest, I always assume that you're checking out the games.
Of
you're playing
course.
stuff. The hierarchy of my most anticipated game for the rest of the year has changed because of Steam Next Fest. When I tell you, Luminous Arise is fucking different.
Yeah.
Luminous Arise, I was streaming it yesterday. I was streaming a bunch of Steam Next Fest games. When I started playing Luminous Arise, I went nonverbal for about 30 minutes.
Yep. It was hard to stream that game.
Yeah.
Hard to talk.
Hard to talk, and I
Just
just didn't
lost
want
myself, and I'd be like, every 10 minutes I'd have to go, I'm supposed to be entertaining you all, but I'm just like in it.
I'm just
I'm
mesmerized.
mesmerized, yeah.
It's incredible. Tetris Effect, I fucking love it. I think we all play Tetris Effect, right? And like that game obviously does a lot of the same things as far as what it's doing with visuals and sound and bringing all that together and like creating something that's as much of an engaging puzzle game as it is like just a work of art and experience that you're going through. I feel like Luminous Arise takes what Tetris Effect did and like levels it up even further, which I wasn't expecting. I thought it was just gonna be more Tetris Effect, but this is almost like better Tetris Effect. Not saying that Luminous is better than Tetris, but you get what I mean as far as like the visuals and all that stuff.
The club bit was great though, Andy. Thank you, Jumps. It was just trying to find any way to entertain. So while the loud music was playing, I was just like, "So where are you from?"
It does feel like that.
Yeah,
it feels like a rave.
Music is pumping. I was like, "No. I review video games."
You come here often?
No, no, I don't play FIFA. I don't play FIFA. You know, it's just like a lot of that. You know, but yeah, the game is fantastic. Shout out to Washburn, the homie, for telling me like, hey, play the demo. This thing's amazing. And because I had just played the demo for Reanimal.
I did that too.
Which, fucking awesome.
Yeah.
Really, really good. Scary as shit.
Mm-hmm.
Uneasy, unsettling. Looks like it's going to be a scarier sequel to Inside from the Play Dead devs that we never got a sequel for. You know what I mean? Like
whatever happened to them.
It was awesome. I really enjoyed that experience, and then was looking for another demo to hop onto. And for the video watchers, this is Reanimal right here from the devs who made Little Nightmares 1 and 2.
Yep.
Reanimal, their brand new co-op or single player, little spooky experience. Really, really good looking.
Really good looking game. And also I like how dynamic the camera angles are in this game. I know that's such a specific compliment to give it, but I did the preview event for Little Nightmares 3 and that was my first time playing a Little Nightmares game and I thought it was really cool, but you can tell that when you're playing Reanimal that this is a team that's worked on the first 2 Little Nightmares and they're learning and doing things that are pushing that forward, right? Like it doesn't feel like a 2D platformers in
right?
Like it feels like it is this puzzle adventure horror thing that you're going through, and so yeah, did Skate Story as well.
Oh, nice.
Skate Story was cool. Skate Story though, I had ups and downs with it where it doesn't play the exact way I thought it was gonna play, which I think is just gonna make it an adjustment for me learning the game, because you would look at this game and think that it plays like Skate, like as far as the control scheme. And the control scheme is not like Skate. You're not using the right analog stick for your ollies and tricks and stuff. Instead, you like hold circle to jump, you like use R1 and like your shoulder buttons for modifiers for tricks and stuff. And it's a weird learning curve that I couldn't all the way get there. I'm sure once I play the full game and spend more time with it, I'm sure I'll get there. But the compliment that I'll give this game is it does feel like, what if the devs that made Tetris Effect made a skate game, where it is so much about the audio experience, the visuals, like guiding you through this really curated, we're making you feel feels just by visuals and audio. And there's like story there too that gets into weird abstract shit, but this is a really cool demo to experience as well.
This one looks fantastic. Need this one to hit for Fantasy Critic for me.
Oh, this is on your Fantasy Critic.
Mm-hmm.
You know what else you need to hit for you?
Demon School. Picked up Demon School.
Oh, you did?
Barrett threatened to take away this parking spot, so I had to, do it. Yeah.
Wow.
Really had to do it. Is Ninja Gaiden 4 out today? I haven't seen any type of reviews on it. Good news for you all. We will be reviewing it live on the Gamescast today at 4 p.m. because that's the embargo. And we were like, should we wait to review it till the next day? No, let's just push Gamescast to 4 p.m. because today's a bit of a, we're kind of reshuffling the day.
Yeah.
It's a more, I'm sure y'all are going to pop into the Kind of Funny podcast live feed today and go, where's Gamescast at? It's at 4 p.m.
Remember that. We're going to say it multiple times throughout the course of this episode. We're going to get questions from people in chat, and I need y'all to answer the other people in chat that came in late.
Yes. Maybe pin the message. But yeah, you, me, and Roger have all played and I believe beat Ninja Gaiden 4.
Yeah, I believe so, yeah. I know me and Roger have.
Yeah, I beat it.
Oh.
Beat it yesterday. Yeah.
Well, it's going to be a conversation, but we'll save that conversation for later, because for now, let me remind you that this is Kind of Funny Games Daily. Each and every week, they run you through the nerdy news you need to know about live on YouTube, Twitch, and on podcast services around the globe. If you love what we do, support us with the Kind of Funny membership on Patreon, YouTube, Spotify, and Apple Podcasts to get all of our shows ad-free, watch us record them live, and get a daily exclusive show. for a chance to be a part of the show, some of your thoughts and opinions as YouTube Super Chats as we go. Some housekeeping for you. We're an 11-person business all about live talk shows. Like Andy said, we've been playing Ninja Gaiden 4. The review embargo is later today. So today's programming goes like this. After this episode, you're getting the Kind of Funny podcast. Then after that, the stream is Nick and Andy playing Pokemon Z to A. Then at 4 p.m., we'll review Ninja Gaiden 4 on the Gamescast.
4 p.m. Pacific time, 7 p.m. Eastern.
If you're a Kind of Funny member, today's Gregway is 20 minutes of Roger's review of Splinter Cell Deathwatch. Thank you to our Patreon producers, Carl Jacobs, Omega Buster, and Delaney the Psalm Twining. Today we're brought to you by what I mentioned earlier, 5 Hour Energy and The Outer Worlds 2, but we'll tell you about that later. For now, let's begin with what is, and forever will be, the Roper Report. It's time for some news. We have 6 stories today.
A baker's dozen.
I also have a very important story to tell that I will be telling on the stream today.
Oh, something happened.
I'm really nervous about this story.
Yeah. Something.
I in a rare moment, Andy doesn't often take care of Lulu. Mm-hmm. But in a rare moment of need, we were out for a majority of the day on Saturday. And I was like, hey, around 5, can you take Lulu out to the backyard so she can go potty and then feed her? And that's all you need to do. We'll be back a little bit later. But we come home and he's like, I have a little adventure to tell you, but I'm going to save it for content. And I was like, why not just tell me now?
Did she escape and run free in the city? Find out.
Whoa.
Today on the stream.
That's the last dog you want to escape. Let me tell you, Lulu is a threat to society.
I'm more scared for the world around her.
Yeah, no, I'm not scared for Lulu. I'm scared for everybody else. Fucking get out the way, guys.
She just knows you're fearful of her, and that's why she bullies you, Bless.
I love her. God,
Listen,
I love her.
And there's a reason for me to be fearful of her.
Here's the thing, Bless.
I tried to pet her one time.
If you were alone in the house with her, not a defensive growl to be seen or heard.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
She only does that if Barrett or Alyssa are around. She
She's
doesn't do it to me
protective of
anymore.
us. So if you like run into her on the street and you're like, yo, what up, Lulu? With her dog walker, she's like, I'm cool.
But it's only if they're home.
Yeah.
When she's alone, she's just like, whatever,
Chilling.
chill. Lets me pick her up, fucking.
He puts away her friend
up
A,
the sky,
friend group A personality goes away.
Yes,
It's the friend group B personality.
Exactly.
God. Story number 1. Xbox boss says Ally X handheld's eye-watering $1,000 price point was set by Asus because this is their hardware. This is from Tom Phillips at IGN. Xbox has addressed the ROG Ally X handheld's controversial $1,000 price point and said it had been hardware maker Asus that ultimately decided how much to charge. While released as Xbox branded devices with access to your Xbox library and Game Pass built in, the $600 ROG Ally and $1,000 ROG Ally X are ultimately Asus made handhelds, and because of this, Asus set the price. That's according to Xbox president Sarah Bond, who told Variety that Asus had used its insights into the market, into the feature set, into what people want to determine the ultimate prices of the devices, end quote. Despite the price, response to the Ally X in particular has been positive. IGN dubbed the device as the new handheld gaming PC to beat in our Asus ROG Ally X review, though noted that its cost was the elephant in the room. With the handhelds now available, Bond has suggested that sales of the devices, at launch at least, had not been impacted by concerns around its cost. Quote, the reaction was overwhelming demand for the device, Bond said. We sold out on the Xbox store. We sold really quickly at a number of other places around the world. I feel really good about the value that we're giving gamers for the price based off the reception to the hardware. End quote.
A lot of people in chat already saying shift blame Mike.
shift blame Sarah Bond.
Chat, put this on Asus. Don't look at me.
That's their hardware, though.
Don't look
at their hardware.
They've been listening to Xcast too much.
Hey, look at Asus. Blame them.
That's hilarious.
Okay, so this is kind of a fascinating thing that I wouldn't have expected to hear. I would have just expected, like, hey, that's what the market calls for. It's usually you. I'm not saying that Sarah Bond ever said, blame Asus. I'm saying that she's just like, well, it's their product, whatever. But usually you still want to do the quarterback thing and go, well, I control all of it. The responsibility lies with me, and that's also the market dictates blah blah blah. It's kind of weird to say it without saying it, and we know what she's saying. I think any rational person gets that, but kind of odd in a press release. Like, it's not a great quote to see. Well, Asus, that's Asus's price. Sorry, like fuck. But it's like, okay, well, you all were also like really, really tied into a lot of the marketing, and you all were showing this thing off, and this is like kind of your baby as well.
Some ownership there,
yeah.
Because I do read it as like just a very frank statement of like, hey, it's their hardware. You know what I mean? Like I kind of get that energy, especially as Xbox, where you're getting hit from all sides as far as PR, as far as marketing, as far as all these
sick
things.
of this, man.
Yeah, and I feel like it's that thing where so much is your fault. Then when something happens that's not necessarily your fault, you're like, hey man, fuck you, lose them. Like
this one wasn't us.
This one wasn't us. The other ones though, those are us. But this one here, this is on Asus. Look at the other ROG Ally. You know what I mean? That's expensive too. Why are you mad about that?
Go buy a Legion Go. That shit's $1,400 or whatever. I get it. Like you're totally right, and it is just it is still kind of weird to see it worded that way, and I think maybe it wasn't even worded that way necessarily. It's just the way that this quote looks on paper feels a bit of like, that's their shit. I don't know. Like, don't get, it's not like you're
it's
going.
only our logo on it.
Yeah, like it's it does have our logo that we gave them permission that we like, and we debuted it on our own thing.
And we had it in the Xbox showcase. So
and we kind of tied it with one of the biggest indie games coming out this year, even though that was like a really weird thing to do.
We had it at the press thing at PAX for people to play in our Microsoft headquarters.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. But hey, this is Asus.
Kind of get it, and I think at that point I would have just said, that's what the hardware goes for these days. That's kind of when we talk about tariffs, when we talk about processors and chipsets and all of that stuff. That's kind of where the price needs to be for the power that you're getting. Would have been my statement, but I'm not PR. I say dumb shit all the time.
And she also does close in the final part to the statement in the article, at least, right? She talks about how when you go by the sales of the device, right, like it's doing well. Saying it outsold on the Xbox store, and she's also saying here that when you look at another number of other places around the world, like it's flying off shelves apparently. And I look at that, I'm like, all right, cool. Well, then maybe you did set the price point where it needs to be, right? Like I think there's a level of from the manufacturer side, hey, what are our expectations for this thing? I remember going back and forth with I think Tim talking about how much do we expect the Asus ROG Xbox Ally X to actually sell. I think I nailed that.
You crushed it, bro.
How much do we actually expect that to sell? And I'm over here like, I don't expect it to sell that much. Like I'm looking at this as a conservative, hey, it's a partnership with us and a very particular PC manufacturer. Like at the end of the day, this is a PC handheld with Xbox branding on it. What is the audience for that? And how much of these are we actually going to make? I look at this and I go, okay, well, they probably set their expectations in the right place. I'm very fascinated to see what the numbers are at the end of the day of how much this thing sold. I want to bring in some super chats for you. Kyle LaBouffe writes in and says, bold of you to assume that people consuming gaming news and media are rational, Andy.
I mean, yeah, so true. That's you always kind of have to start off with that. You have to preface every statement with that.
Yeah.
It's why you always want to like, whenever I talk about everything, I always wish that I just had floating lower thirds everywhere.
Oh,
with every statement that I'm making, like if I'm talking about difficulty in games, to get people to not make fun of me and be like, hey, oh, you suck again, like just have a floating third, beat Sword Nation in 12 tries.
Yeah.
Like I always need just info. So
the
it's
outer
always
context of where you're coming from.
I want gamer stats.
just always in front of you.
And I want it to be like Watch Dogs, where I look at Andy and then the gamer stats pop up.
Yeah.
So like Andy, that stuff pops up, and then Blessing talks about something and is like, played X amount of Sonic games.
Yeah. Exactly. Or like it'll be X amount of Sonic games. I'm my exact rank in Tekken, and like I don't know, I need a speedrun Sekiro so I can add that as a stat because I want to do that someday.
Hovers over like my little like character avatar, and it says has a cool story about what happened this weekend on the kind of funny stream today.
Oh, it's a cool story.
Pokemon. It's crazy.
Are you on KF Pod?
No.
Oh, okay.
No.
Okay.
I'm really nervous about this story.
Let's see here. More super chats. We got one from Raymond K. Hessel who says, I just started Yote and I don't get why the reviewers are hating on it, which I'm going to get back to. Ghost was a steak dinner and people are complaining that we got another steak dinner. Come on, y'all. Learn to appreciate shit. Raymond,
Before you do anything, because they say reviewers are hating on it. Where?
Well, that's my exact question.
Where?
Barrett's brought up the Metacritic.
Where?
What reviewers are hating on it? The lowest that I think I've seen is an 8 out of 10.
Eurogamer with a 3 out of 5 is probably the lowest that I've seen. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I guess so. But that's not even hating. I'm pretty sure that's probably okay to good on their scale. Which I'm not hating on anybody for saying okay to good for Ghost of Yote.
Raymond, thank you for the $10 super chat. If you were a content creator like us, you would also be looking in the comments and focusing on the 2 negative comments.
Yeah.
You know, like I get it. I understand the mentality. So, you know, sometimes it just gets to you and you go, what, you know, I saw a couple of negative tweets about it or whatever, but very, very largely, you know, widely loved video game, I would say. If it goes to Yote.
I will say the Street Shadow in chat says, I think he's talking mainly about the Skill Up review, to which I watched the Skill Up review. I think Skill Up had a very fantastic review of Ghost of Yote. Here's my thing. Be okay with people having different fucking opinions than you. You know what I mean? Like, if you really think video games are art, then you should also think it's okay for people to have their own interpretations of that art. Not everybody needs to be on the same page as far as how they take in something. Damn.
100%.
Why are you watching reviews if you're mad when people review something in a different way than you would, with different opinions than you would have? Grow up.
Grow up.
Thank you for your super chat. Thank you for the money. Grow up, but thank you for the money. Zeke Speak says, is it a slow news day because I have off-topic Rex for you? It's kind of a slow news day. What's funny is that Wii News is popping. I can't wait to get to Wii News because there's some popping shit in Wii News, but throw them at us.
Exciting. Calvin Perez with a $5 super chat says, last week I said I had a dream Andy was arrested for murder and Tim said Andy didn't have it in him. I saw him shoot an innocent raider live on stream. Okay, that was a tough one. We'll get to, you know, ARC Raiders talk later on in today's show because we have some ARC Raider stuff to talk about. But, you know, I'm not proud about what happened this weekend.
Oh no. A lot of stories from this weekend.
A lot of stories this weekend. A lot of stories.
Story number 2. Resident Evil 0 remake casting seemingly found as lead actor refers to Project Chamber in his resume. This is from Chris Scullion at Video Games Chronicle. Reports that a Resident Evil 0 remake is in the works have been given more weight following the discovery of a possible reference to the project in an actor's resume. Last year, Dusk Golem, who has a history of reporting on the Resident Evil series, claimed that remakes of Resident Evil 0 and Resident Evil Code Veronica were in development, something VGC also understands to be the case. Now, MP First has found further evidence which appears to confirm who will play one of the leads in the Resident Evil 0 remake. Under the voice section in the online resume of actor John McLaren, who played Star-Lord in the video game version of Marvel's Guardians of the Galaxy.
Oh, that dude rules.
McLaren refers to Project Chamber, which he says is an upcoming AAA video game in which he'll be playing the lead role. Resident Evil 0's main protagonist is Rebecca Chambers, and McLaren bears a resemblance to its other playable character, convict Billy Cohen, making it possible that McLaren is playing the character in the Resident Evil 0 remake. Lending further likelihood to this is McLaren's confirmation that his Project Chamber work was done at Beyond Capture Studios, a casting and capturing studio which specializes in video games. Beyond Capture Studios previously undertook casting, performance capture, and motion capture work for the Resident Evil 4 remake and its Separate Ways DLC, making it likely that Capcom would be using its services again for future Resident Evil remakes. I feel like we're doing a little bit of reaching, but I believe it.
I mean, yeah, it's not like Capcom doesn't have a resume for remaking their old classics.
Exactly.
Resident Evil is one that I am extremely unfamiliar with. I was that like a GameCube exclusive, I believe.
Ooh, Resident Evil 0. I can look it up
because I just don't quite recall the.
I think you're right. It originally, I believe, came out on GameCube, but then later on came to like PS4 and other things. I have it listed here on
Seen
like,
a lot of
PS3.
Yeah, chat says yes for GameCube. Yeah, the trailer I was showing was when it launched.
Was that part of the Capcom 5 chat? There was the Capcom 5, right? Like, wasn't that like 5 exclusive
Villains?
games coming to GameCube?
Did it take on the Yote 6?
Yeah.
There's Yote 6, the Capcom 5, the Elite 4, the Big 3.
That's good. The fucking I got nothing for you. Terrible twos.
Terrible 2s. There's terrible 2s.
And the
Dynamic
one
Duo says someone in the chat.
Dynamic Duo, that's a good one.
Yeah, that's
no,
good.
but you need the number. You can't just say duo.
Yeah,
You need
and I
to
feel like
do
you
it.
need to have, like, who is the Dynamic Duo? You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
all those
yeah.
that I listed are referring to specific things.
And the one is the movie with Jet Li.
Oh, that's good. I like
Yeah.
that. I like that. I'm looking up the Capcom
Number
5.
1, 2 is not a number, 3 nobody remembers. Remember that one?
No,
You don't remember that song?
no.
I am number 1, 2 is not a number, and 3 nobody remembers.
Oh.
Nelly?
Oh, wait, maybe I do. You don't sound like Nelly.
He's doing it very okay.
Yeah.
He's not doing it justice.
When you say Nelly, now I can hear it.
Okay, like what? You want me to fucking
I get animated.
try to
You know, Nelly's not that chill. Cause that's that one song.
Nelly's not that chill.
Yeah, Nelly's like, you know, he gets up there.
Thank you, Guitar by Chances. I thought Andy nailed it. Yeah, exactly.
I'm looking at the Capcom 5 here, but it's only when I click in.
I've never heard of Capcom 5.
I only see 4 games for all the Capcom 5 stuff. Did the 5th game never come out, chat? But I see Beautiful Joe,
Pretty sure they made a
Resident Evil
Resident
4,
Evil 5.
Killer 7, product number or PN03. Is that one of them? I've never heard of that game. And then Beautiful Joe 2. Is that the Capcom 5? One got canceled. Okay. One of them got canceled. Dead Phoenix never came
Hero
out.
of Time said something really funny in chat. It's graded on accuracy, not musical ability.
You know what? Fair.
Okay, back to the story.
What story were we on? Capcom?
For
Resident Evil Zero.
Resident Evil 0.
Does that excite you if you see Resident Evil 0 Remake get announced?
The only reason I would say yes is because of where that software is tied to and stuck on and
Okay.
held back by, you know what I mean?
I will say I do believe that there have been remasters. Like you can play it on PS4, which means you can play it on
Oh
PS5.
shit, word.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Like there's
okay.
it's been ported, I guess.
Okay. Well, damn.
But also like here's my thing is that
Is that why the footage was looking so damn clear? I was like, damn, is this like a PC?
Yeah, that
Yeah.
was the PS4
Looks
trailer.
like somebody like, fucking pirated on PC or something like
what
that.
I will say is that Capcom hasn't really missed with the Resident Evil remakes. Like I feel like the only one that I'll kind of call a miss, but also I wouldn't even say it's a miss is a Resident Evil Remake 3 or Resident Evil 3. I mean, yeah. And that's like I think that's just them doing what they could with what they had.
That felt like a side project. They're like, hey, we have a free weekend. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But quality wise, obviously the visually looks stunning. It added the dodge, which is really, really nice. Like I that's one that I haven't fully played through, but I think we also just maybe think that because Resident Evil 3 is a shorter game in scale and it's not quite as grandiose as 2 or 4 is. It's kind of like the little awkward middle child, you know? But yeah, I think a 0 remake, I think any of these remakes with what Capcom can do quality-wise, knowing that Capcom's seal of approval, like, it's a pretty high bar for what these remakes are. Yeah, I think it could be really, really awesome to see those characters reimagined and how they would look nowadays.
Yeah.
You know?
I'm pro remake in general. I'm gonna go my presidential run 2026.
Okay.
All right, we're doing it early. 2026, I think will be the year of me evangelizing remakes and preaching the good gospel about remakes.
Okay.
Well, I thought 2026 was what was that
Tactical.
year? Tactical.
Yeah. But then, the more I say it,
I'm not a
Tactical
one-issue
26.
voter.
I'm not, I
Yeah.
can have multiple platforms here.
Yeah.
If Mamdani can do it. you know what I mean?
Yeah. We're running out on everything.
We're running on everything.
I think that could be really, really neat.
Thank
But I also do really like the voice actor who was John McLaren, who was Star-Lord. I thought he had an awesome
Yeah, he was
performance.
great.
So that could be a really cool little combination there.
Yeah. Also, I mean, I guess that means new VO, which is exciting. I know. I'm sure. I assume that's not a new thing for these Capcom remakes, but
No, yeah.
but like that signifies that it's more than just like a remaster or anything, right? Like you're going in and you're actually making this aligned with what your other remakes look like, which I think is exciting.
Yeah, but 0 was also in the like 0 was still a similar to 3 and 2, like a fixed camera, right?
Oh, probably.
I'm pretty sure. So yeah, that I mean, to get the massive shift to third person would be awesome. Like I think that's a massive dub to see it get the same treatment that 2 and 4 didn't get it, but the same treatment that 2 and 3 got could be really cool.
You know what else is a massive dub? Subscribing to patreon.com/kindafunny and youtube.com/kindafunnygames, where you can get the Kinda Funny membership, which allows you to get shows ad-free. And speaking of ads, let us tell you about our sponsors.
Greetings, taste buddies. Wishing you could sip the bold taste of tomorrow, today? Now you can with the ripest flavor creations from your friends, the makers of 5-Hour Energy. First up, we've got Mock Melon Brew 5-Hour Energy Shots, inspired by the new video game, The Outer Worlds 2. Mock Melon Brew 5-Hour Energy Shots have entered the flavorverse. Why bother with messy vines and sticky seeds when you can craft genuine flavor from the finest mock melons? Dive into the carefully curated flavor of sun-simulated sweet, refreshing watermelon and experience the stellar taste and interstellar energy of Mock Melon Brew 5-Hour Energy Shots. Looking for something even juicier? Introducing new Purpleberry Punch 5-Hour Energy Shots. It's got sweet, juicy grape, zealously zesty lime, and a warm ginger kick. Both flavors pack a powerful zero sugar wallop of 230 milligrams of caffeine, B vitamins, and nutrients so good it should be against company policy. And for a limited time, when you purchase a Purpleberry Punch or Mock Melon Brew 5-Hour Energy product, you'll receive a unique code to unlock exclusive The Outer Worlds 2 in-game content. Blast through The Outer Worlds 2 in style with an exclusive skin for your Raptidon in-game pet. Brought to you by 5-Hour Energy. Get your real mock flavor online at 5hourenergy.com and Amazon while supplies last.
Yeah, like for me, it's Ride With Me, Hot in Here. The hits. Like Nelly, I was never like, I think I was too young at the time to really dig deep into the Nelly bag. And so for me, it's the hits.
Uh-huh.
And like number 1, I'm sure that came on, but I don't think that wasn't on repeat. Like Just a Dream was. Remember Just a Dream? It was only just a dream.
No, I don't remember that.
Thinking about her, thinking about me. No?
Wait,
really?
That's a Nelly song?
Yeah. It came out later though. That was
it
like
in his
08.
country era?
Yes. It was like 08.
That's where he lost me.
It was only just a dream.
Because middle school was like Nelly, Creed, and Jay-Z. I was very diverse in my music taste. Blink-182 as well. You know?
You're like underground king over here.
Like with arms wide open, hit next on the track and it'd be fucking andele, andele, mama, iya, iya, oh. What's you know?
That was a song right there.
Very, very diverse thoughts.
Story number 3. Arc Raiders is already the biggest extraction shooter ever on Steam, and it's not even out yet. This is Wesley Inpool at IGN. Arc Raiders has ended its Server Slam playtest with a big peak concurrent player number on Steam, suggesting a strong launch is ahead. The Open Server Slam ran over the weekend on PC via Steam and Epic Games Store, PS5, and Xbox Series X and S. It offered the final chance to play Embark Studios' extraction shooter ahead of its October 30th release date. On Steam, Arc Raiders hit a peak concurrent player count of 189,668, making it one of the most played games on Valve's platform over the weekend. That's enough to make Arc Raiders the biggest extraction shooter ever on Steam. Escape from Tarkov might have something to say about that when it finally launches on Steam in November, however. Arc Raiders' true peak concurrent player number across all platforms will be higher than the Steam figure, but neither Epic, Sony, nor Microsoft make their numbers public. Still, 190,000 on Steam for an open beta is very strong. Not Battlefield 6 strong, its open beta peaked with more than 500,000 players in August, but certainly strong enough to suggest Arc Raiders has a decent chance of making an impression on the gaming landscape at the end of the month.
Massive.
So Escape from Tarkov isn't on Steam?
Escape from Tarkov requires their own launcher.
Oh, I didn't know that.
It's one of them special games.
Gotcha.
If you you may have been headphones on during the drama of them trying to purchase the game, where they had
Valve?
No.
Oh.
I'm sorry. Nick and Mike. Sorry, I left out some key info.
Gotcha,
when Nick and Mike were going to stream the game, there was a lot of going to the website, signing up, waiting for an email confirmation, sending of money. Like it's a weird kind of concept.
Sending of money.
Yeah, it's one of those kind of fascinating games, similar to. I'm trying to think of any other company that, like, similar to when Dark and Darker was taken off of Steam and required you to go to their website and kind of like download their own launcher, download their own executable file.
He took kind of an obscure example they were talking about and found it even more obscure.
Yeah.
Obscure example to share with me. It's kind of like a Dark and Darker situation. Oh, yes, I know all about it. I know all about Dark and Darker.
They got taken off of Steam. But yeah, you basically just get emailed an .exe file by some random dude in Russia or something. Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Somebody in chat says like Minecraft.
Oh yeah, Minecraft is a much better.
Yeah, 'cause I feel like back in the day, like when
example.
I wanted to play Minecraft one time, and it just got weird. I was like, "What are we doing here? Like, let me just play the game. Why am I doing all these different weird things?"
Yeah, buying it from the Windows Store and all this sort of stuff.
Yeah.
But this is, this is like really, really big news for something like the amount of enthusiasm I've seen on not only just social media, but from a lot of people who were able to play this most recent server slam, along with cross-play Ready to Rock, with everybody on console playing as well. It just felt like oh shit, there's a groundswell of enthusiasm and hype for this and momentum.
Yeah.
And holy shit, you gotta be worried if you're a Bungie dev right now.
Are we entering into the extraction era? I know we're kind of already there because everybody's trying to make an extraction shooter or whatever, but I feel like it's always kind of been dominated by Tarkov in a few games.
Well, I'd say it's only really been, I think because of the player unfriendliness of the genre, it can feel that way. Mm-hmm. Now, I think that I think Embark Studios has kind of found some really cool happy mediums for how to. We did a sponsored interview with them last week, me and Greg, and talked about some really happy mediums that they found so that players don't feel like complete shit when you lose your gear or whatever if you go out for a run. But I think the game is just, I think it's really solid and fun so far, and the amount of running away from people, communicating with people in the world, getting scared. I think it's opening up a new genre for a lot of people that haven't really hopped into a genre like this, especially on the console side of things.
Yeah.
For people on console to go, I'm just used to battle royales and the whole, try to be the last one standing. And this is the risk reward of, we got to leave now. We have no gear. If we get into a fight, we will lose, but we have a couple of cool things that I really want to bring back for this mission. We need to extract right the hell now because the robots are going crazy and they're off on a fight right now. Quick, now's our time to bail. Like, there's just so many dynamic situations that happen in this video game. And I'm just really, really pumped up that more and more people kind of were awakened to it this weekend.
Yeah. Well, let's shift gears and talk about a different kind of extraction game. With story number 4, Escape from Duckov is blowing up on Steam. That is Duckov, spelled D-U-C-K-O-V. Escape from Duckov. This is Wesley Yunpool at IGN. Escape from Duckov is an unlikely hit on Steam after 500,000 sales and big concurrence over the weekend. The parody of extraction shooter Escape from Tarkov is riding high with 173,394 peak concurrence players on Valve's platform. That's enough to make it the 6th most played game on Steam right now. Only Delta Force, Battlefield 6, PUBG, Dota 2, and Counter-Strike 2 are more popular right now. Escape from Duckov is a PvE top-down looter shooter game in which you scavenge for resources, build your hideout, and upgrade your gear. Quote, start from nothing and rise to the top, reads the official blurb. Outwit hostile ducks, survive, or make it out alive. Following its launch on October 16th, Team Soda's game sold an additional 500,000 copies over the weekend. Its Steam user review rating is sitting pretty at overwhelmingly positive. At this moment, the entire dev team is quacking with joy and flapping our wings in excitement, reads a statement. Escape from Tarkov, meanwhile, hit Steam on November 15th. This is hilarious because my entire exposure up until now to Escape from Duckov has been seeing it in my emails nonstop for the last
Yep.
few months. And every single time I see it, like I at first I'm like, why am I getting emailed about Tarkov? And I ignore it. And then I'm like, oh wait, this is the duck game that wants to be Escape from Tarkov. Oh, that's cute. And then I move on with my day. I had no idea it was going to be on this level.
It's a weird one because this feels like a really late surge of momentum because this game came out, I don't know, maybe 3 months ago, something like that. It's been a while since we've sort of seen this game be talked about at least, or maybe it was just out in early access demos.
I think it was early access because I think it only officially came out the 16th.
Okay, because it must have been early access then, which is usually when a lot of games like this kind of find a random explosion of fanfare, right? And it really is kind of, it's the lottery. Sometimes it just hits for no real reason. Sometimes it just takes the right people playing it and word of mouth sort of spreads. And this is one that I was like, okay, this is kind of cute. Maybe we play this on a kind of funny stream. But to see that it's still like just massively popping off in this way is, I think, really surprising and cool. And it's another one of these big success stories that you see in the indie space, that it's a cheap game that just happens to hit with the right amount of people at the right time. And I always go with the multiverse theory. In other multiverses, this shit is not popping off, and it's another random game that happened to hit. But in this universe, it's like all of this shit, it just happened to work right now. It reminds me of BattleBit Remastered, if you remember that video game, which was BattleBit Remastered was a Battlefield sort of looking Roblox type of video game that was super lo-fi with a lot of destruction, because all the characters were so blocky and the environments were all so blocky. But BattleBit Remastered was another one of these massive success stories from a couple of years ago that blew the hell up and was one of these similar, like 120 concurrents on Steam, selling a shitload of copies because it's a $10 game or under $10 game. And it just kind of finds a groundswell of enthusiasm. A lot of people just sort of hop in. So another one of these stories for this year, because this has happened a lot.
Dude,
this
year. Mega Bonk Peak being another one of those, right? Like, I feel like there's this
Section 1.
Yeah.
Or
like, no, Schedule 1.
Schedule 1, yeah.
Yeah, I feel like there's... I feel like you can never tell. You're right about
you
the
never know.
multiverse theory of
Just happen.
what's going to pop off
Yeah.
or not. And I wonder if there is something that all these games have in common. Like, what's the price point on Duckov? I'm looking this shit up.
Yeah, I mean,
how much is Schedule 1?
It's got to be under $10, I'm assuming. I don't see that many people, like, when it's a purchase that you can make similar to buying bubblegum in the aisle.
Yeah.
When it's just like the added aisle, when it's just you're looking through Steam, you got disposable income, or if you don't have disposable income, but you're like, oh shit, it's $8 or it's $11. Sweet, I'm hopping in.
Right now, it's $15.83. And that's like on sale. That's a 12% discount. Or it'll be $18.
Okay,
at
gotcha.
full price. How much is Schedule 1? Schedule 1 is $20. I feel like that $20 range, like sub $20, does a lot.
Yeah,
because
for sure.
Silk Song also was $20, right? And that made a lot of waves for being at that price point as well.
Also, just I mean, that game also just had massive amounts of hype.
Oh yeah, I mean that game could have came out at $30 and still, I think, went crazy. But I think that $20, I feel like $20 is that, like, kind of what you're talking about, it being at the store, being like, oh, I'll grab this too.
It's
I can swing.
Yeah,
that.
I would rather buy two $20 games than one $70 game.
Yeah,
is where most people are probably thinking.
And looking at that price point, this is one of those type of titles where if you're the developer, you ride this wave and you start working on that next game now. Because this game won't be alive in a year. This game won't have these numbers,
Yeah.
And maybe on the 1% chance that it decides to just kind of continue, it's like, oh shit, that game still is doing numbers. But we've seen this happen time and time again, where maybe you pour a lot of resources into the continued development of Escape from Duckov, and then you go, oh shit, we hired 6 people to continue working and making this game bigger and better.
Yeah.
And 7 months in, and now our player count is down to 6,000. Obviously,
Don't rest on your laurels.
Who am I to give you financial advice? But I would just think about all of the other games that have had this explosion of success out of nowhere and then disappear from the public conversation 3 months from now.
What's the word on peak? I'm looking up the peak SteamDB. I've been seeing SteamDB pop up more and more on social media as a way to, like, I guess, judge how a game is doing. When that could be very hit or miss that I've seen. I mean, peak right now still has almost 16,000 people. But but like at the peak, right, it had like 170,000, which kind of I think lends a little bit to what you're saying of, hey, like, pun intended, you're not always going to be at your peak.
Yeah.
Like,
but also, you know, Peak is a game that doesn't. Oh wait, what did you say? Duckov was a PVE game?
Yeah,
is it not a PvP extraction?
No, PVE.
Oh, shit. Okay. Damn, that's a different story then, because I'm just thinking of not needing a massive player base with matchmaking and all that.
Oh, yeah, I get what you're saying. Where's the rematch at? I hope rematch is doing well. I need not look up the SteamDBs or everything. It's not my business.
Yeah.
It's
not my business.
It's not my business. As he talks about video game news. Story number 5 is a required reading for you. Let's talk about what went wrong with Mindseye. An article went up this weekend from BBC, written by Tom Richardson. The title of the article is Grand Theft Auto Made Him a Legend. His latest game was a disaster. It's kind of a breakdown of what went down with Mindseye, and talking about Leslie Benzies, the founder of the studio here. The beginning of their article reads, an open letter recently signed by 93 current and former Builder Rocket Boy employees alleges studio management made radical changes without properly consulting workers. Former lead data analyst Ben Nubin says it was common for staff to be caught off guard by knee-jerk decisions from upper management without proper explanation. The letter further alleges that leadership repeatedly refused to listen to its experienced workforce. Ben, whose team was tasked with collecting feedback and presenting it to management, says there was rarely any response when they flagged issues. Quote, a lot of the points that we were hammering home on were just ignored and just never actioned, he says. His former colleague, associate producer Margarita Marg Peloso, says the studio's culture was discouraged individuals from speaking out. Marge, who uses gender-neutral pronouns, says their own attempts to raise concerns were laughed at in meetings with bosses. It's a longer article, but one that's very interesting. I mean, the main things, I think the biggest thing it points to is, as part of the studio culture, they started calling like bugs and bug reports Leslie's after the CEO of the studio, because he would just come in and like prioritize certain things, even though there's a certain workflow they have, and so that would interrupt their workflow. And they're like, we got a Leslie coming through.
Yeah,
and like that was one of the big things they harped on.
We were working on 5 high priority bugs, but now a Leslie has sort of taken hold of everything else.
Exactly. But Mindseye, we gotta
the
find
game that keeps on giving.
The game that keeps on giving. I feel like once a year, maybe once every couple years, we get one of these where it's the disaster of the year.
The Golem.
Yeah.
The Golem. Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think it's a fascinating read. I read the article this morning. You know, kind of expands on stuff that we've already known, but also now coming with actual kind of reports from people who worked there. And fascinating of just kind of learning a little bit more of like what happened with Everywhere. And then Mindseye and all that. Because originally this was supposed to be Everywhere. And then I don't know what the hell happened to that game. But then they're like, no, we're just going to just focus on the GTA clone.
Yeah. Listen, Barrett, if Everywhere actually existed and came out, could have been a big game. Could have been huge. But if I wanted something smaller, say the tiniest news I need to know about, where would I go?
You'd go to the official list of upcoming.
No, that's the wrong. We'd stop using that. Like
small news items you need
You'd
to know
go to our
about.
last story of the
2
Wii
years
News channel where we cover all the small news items you need to know about.
There it is. It's the weird throw to Barrett.
Yeah, that really threw me off.
Story number 6 is some Wii news for you. From Xbox Wire, Xbox, Koei Tecmo, and Team Ninja joined forces for a record-breaking stunt in honor of Ninja Gaiden 4. We flew 2 helicopters across Miami, one carrying, Bear, you got to bring up the video of this, one carrying a 26-foot screen and another transporting a player dominating Ninja Gaiden 4 while airborne. The event set a new Guinness World Records title for the largest video game display flown by a helicopter. Bear has the video up. You're gonna get to the point where you see it.
Oh, I see what's going on here.
Basically like a billboard that's playing Ninja Gaiden 4.
Playing extra stretch widescreen.
Yeah, it's being suspended.
But I think
in
it's
the
just
air.
like stretch. I don't think it's like. I think it's like a 16:9 ratio, just stretched out.
Oh shit! Yeah. Oh, you're right. It is. Golly.
Man, I can't. I mean,
imagine looking up and seeing this.
The latency's got to be not great.
I mean, they didn't show much of the gameplay, so
I'd be complaining. I'd be like,
I'm like,
man,
show me a full battle sequence.
Response time not great.
Yeah,
guys,
like,
I'll be real with you. How am I supposed to parry this?
And they would get so mad at Andy because you would be in there in the settings the entire time.
Yeah.
You're like, we didn't get any fucking gameplay.
And you're like, I got my own controller. Does that work? And they're gonna be like, nah,
I did that.
sorry.
By the way, I did that over the weekend for the game I flew out to LA for.
Yeah. Oh my god. Of course.
I got my own controller if that's cool. And they were like, yeah, nice, thank you.
Come
Nobody
on.
ever says yes.
Like the video game explodes.
Uh-huh.
Next one for Wii News. Ann Bernick, not a name. I guess that's the name of the company.
Ambernick.
Ann Bernick, thank you. I said Ann Bernick like it was a first name and last name. Ann Bernick has shared footage of its upcoming RGDS dual screen clamshell handheld, playing a selection of emulated games, including stylus-driven titles like Kirby, Camus Curse from the Nintendo DS, and 3DS games like Shovel Knight. Ann Bernick announced the RGDS earlier this month with a price tag that will be under $100 and 4 color options, including red, blue, white, and translucent white.
It's pretty. Pretty little clamshell.
I kind of like this.
But I just don't like the dual sticks down there, even though not many games are going to require that, but you put other stuff on this maybe. Who knows?
Wait,
Allegedly.
what don't you like about the dual sticks?
The
Is that
location
there?
of them.
Oh, like you have to like kind of hold.
Yeah.
Your
like
thumbs
a
are going
weird-
They're like the opposite of the Steam Deck.
Yeah.
I see what you're saying.
Which is because most of these games on the platform wouldn't require them, so.
I've mentioned before how I never owned a DS or a 3DS, and so there's kind of this gap in my gaming knowledge for Nintendo.
I was very, very similar. Well, I bought a 3DS, but it's not like I was gaming on it a whole lot. It was my Pokemon machine.
Oh yeah.
I wasn't like, this is my console I'm taking with me everywhere. It was like, I really dig the Street Pass concept, and I'm playing the first 2 hours of every Pokemon that comes out on this thing.
Yeah.
Because I was like really busy with college and work, and I just wasn't gaming a whole lot.
That was like for a little bit of time, like all I had was the 3DS and the 360.
Yeah.
I did not make enough money to be able to buy a PS4 or Xbox at launch.
Dude, if Redbox near like the Walgreens and CVS had 3DS games, I probably would have been gaming a lot more on that whole thing.
Dude, I realized that was an option way too late in life of like just renting games. Like, because I did that as a kid.
Yeah.
Like my parents would take me to Family Video and I would rent Wave Race and Paper Mario. I don't know why I was renting Paper Mario.
I'm
That's
sure
a terrible game to rent.
I'm sure there's like a trillion Family Videos that not one of them are tied together in any like business IP way.
Yeah.
It's just like every city has a family
Has a
video.
Family
Yeah,
Video.
Family Video, yeah.
And they're like, well, I went to this Family Video to the other city. Like, oh, we're not associated with
It's like,
them.
no,
we just have the same name.
This is our mom and pop Family Video. But like I don't know why I stopped doing that as a kid. Like as I got to an adult.
Gotcha.
Because it wasn't until 2015 where I would read Until Dawn reviews and I'm like, man, I really want to play Until Dawn. And I was like, wait a second. I can just go to I was gonna say Blockbuster, but I don't think I forget if Blockbuster's still around.
They were like on the edge of death at that
Yeah,
Video,
I must have went to Family Video. I think I went to Family Video, rented Until Dawn, and went, I should have been doing this the whole time.
And you know what you can still do?
What's that?
Rent 'em at
Public libraries.
Yeah.
Wow, smart guy. That's a guy who's in touch with his community and people are doing.
He votes in the midterms.
He votes in mid.
Yeah.
One of the few, what do they call it? Third spaces. Third space.
Oh, right.
Yeah, one of the few
space.
third spaces
Yeah.
that are
You're right.
still available to us. Next one for Wii News. The first draft of the script for the movie adaptation of Sleeping Dogs is done. This is from a tweet from Simu Liu, who tweeted out, in honor of our Sleeping Dog script draft being done, here's my sleepy dog. And he has his little dog.
Oh, that's funny. Because is it Wario that always posts when they post like a deal about sleeping dogs? They always say sleepy dog.
Yeah, I think that's Wario, yeah.
That's funny.
Here's one thing that I was just thinking about randomly every time I see a tweet from Simu Liu. Just what a crime it is that we got one Shang-Chi movie.
Yeah, what the fuck?
2021, I believe.
Too long ago.
Like, and it was such a banger, and just been crickets since. Like,
I think about that bus scene often.
dude,
How good that scene was.
Oh my god, dude, I think about the very, very end fight scene when he puts his Jesus, the
When it turns
down
into-
here. You didn't know it was here?
Been here the entire time? What? That's terrible.
I put her there on Friday, and I was like, "Oh, this will fuck with Andy or somebody."
I saw it pre-show when I was putting my cable down.
For audio listeners, I don't even know what we're calling this little doll anymore. It's the freaky scary
The baby.
doll. Jesus.
Anyway, the
baby.
scene where he kicks back the leaves and is doing his mom's pipe move. Oh, dude, that shit was so fire.
Yeah, how Dragon Ball that
Dude,
movie got
it
at
was
the end.
so anime.
God, it was
Yeah.
so
That movie
good.
rocks.
But they decided to make Ant-Man Quantumania instead.
Yeah.
It was Shang-Chi 2. Come on.
God, it's right there.
It's right there. And honestly, while we're here, let me give a hot take.
Let me hear it, Bless.
Eternals deserved another chance.
It did.
Eternals,
Thank
we
you.
should have got Eternals 2.
Thank you.
Like, imagine a world where we got Shang-Chi 2
Eternals.
and Eternals 2
man,
instead of all this bullshit you gave us.
beautiful, a beautifully shot movie with what I said in my interview, Bless.
Uh-huh.
A lot of these movies. Don't look at chat. Don't read chat. Don't be influenced by
I'm
chat.
not even looking at
don't
chat
let,
right
don't let
I'm
chat
not-
anger
I'm not
you.
seeing it.
Don't let chat anger you. A lot of these MCU movies, a lot of these DC movies, before James Gunn took over, he's only done one movie, but you know what I mean. About 80% of these movies has the dumb bullshit CG bad guys.
Oh, yeah.
Where it's like you're just fighting hordes of dumb CG bullshit bad guys. Eternals had the best of the dumb CG bullshit bad guys. The coolest fight scenes, fucking Flash Lady and then just the beam, and then you got fucking Kingo, what's his name? Kumail Nanjiani.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, dude, the movie,
Dude.
awesome acting.
Movie had aura.
Dude.
Come on.
It's a solid 6.5 out of 10.
Yeah. It was a solid one, though.
Yeah.
From VGC, Amazon Web Services says it's seeing significant signs of recovery following a massive outage that affected numerous websites and apps. The outage, which mainly affected the US East 1 region of AWS, saw a sizable portion of the internet going down for that region due to the widespread use of AWS for cloud computing services. That includes a lot of video game networks.
Yeah.
Like PSN went down, Xbox went down, a bunch of places went down.
Roblox, very important.
Yes. In certain areas.
Some websites that maybe you look at night just to kind of see what's going on in the world
Yeah.
that were also down. I'm very confused.
Pornhub.
In
They're
the
like, what's
world.
going on here?
In the world.
Yeah.
From Polygon, The Sims Mobile wait, it was down last night?
Allegedly, I don't know. That's what I've heard. That's what my friends are texting.
Blessing didn't experience that.
From Polygon.
That was just in our neighborhood, Andy.
Yeah, I was like, why was it down for you?
I used the offline version.
I don't think that was. I'm like, was it down for me?
I used an
I
archive
don't
version.
think it was. What time were you awake? Damn. From Polygon, The Sims Mobile is being sunset early next year. EA announced over the weekend. Football Manager has signed a deal with FIFA and will add official World Cup competitions. Should have got that on your face, critic.
Damn it.
You could drop Skate Story, pick it up.
And then finally, Absolum has sold 200,000 copies in 1 week.
Nice.
Hell yeah. And that is it.
I played a lot of
For Wii
Absolute.
News.
That's what I was playing on the flight with the
Oh,
X-Reel.
with the
Not
X-Reel.
sponsored.
That's
Dude,
cool.
they changed the game.
X-Reel or Absolum?
X-Reel. Why did I say it like that? X-Reel.
X-Reel. I mean, that's how they want you to say it.
X-Reel.
All right, cool.
And Bernick.
Anne Burnick. I knew an Anne Burnick once. Chill lady. Let's hop into Super Chats before we get out of here. Sambra says, Blessing, check out the demo for Big Hops. I did check out the demo for Big Hops. I thought it was fine. It seems like a cool kids game. So Big Hops,
The frog one?
the frog one, yeah. Baird, if you can find a trailer or something for Big Hops, because I do think that there's going to be a sizable amount of people that might actually be into this, because it's a 3D platformer that feels equal parts inspired by Mario 64 as it is Zelda Ocarina of Time. There's a lot of Zelda love in here in this game, but very charming art style, very colorful, bright, and vibrant. The main character here, who I assume cute frog guy, I think really well designed. It reminded me so much of playing an N64 platform.
This art style is lovely.
Art style super lovely.
Great shading.
Music felt like such a nice throwback to that era as well.
You use your tongue to kind of grapple and
Yes.
stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. There's a tongue button.
Yeah.
You eat a lot of bugs in this game,
Huh.
which kind of threw me off. Felt a little bit violent because you would essentially use your tongue to grab a bug, and then it's oh, you caught a new bug, and then you would rotate the bug to kind of scan it and add it to your notes or whatever of like, oh, you just discovered this bug, and then right after you have a button that's like, do you want to eat the bug?
Oh,
and I'm like,
man.
oh, I just rotated the
Well,
bug.
you
He's
are
my
a
friend.
You are a frog.
But I got so familiar with the bug. Like, why would you introduce me to this bug and then allow me to just fucking devour it?
I mean, it's just the reality of living out there as a frog bliss.
Yeah, but
You have to learn to live with it. Okay?
I don't want to eat. I don't want to play with my food before I eat it. Just eat the food. Just eat the bug.
Did they make you name it before as well?
No, but I did in my mind. I was like, oh, this is a little Freddy. And the crunch. I'm like, oh, no. Clawmaster says, added Wii news. Just listen to the latest Fat Man Beyond. And Mark Bernardin announced he's one of the writers of the God of War show. He plays games, folks. Don't worry. Yeah, Mark Bernardin, he worked on Marvel 1943? 1948?
Right, the
Rise of Hydra.
1942.
1942? He worked on the Marvel Rise of Hydra game with Black Panther and Captain America as a writer with Amy Hennig.
1943.
43. I nailed it the first time. I know because I got to interview him at Disney and Marvel Showcase at D23. Him and Amy Hennig. Very wonderful time. Tam Althor says, awkward middle child tax. Thank you so much, Tam. Michael.
Happy birthday, I assume.
Happy birthday. I don't think it's their birthday. Michael Limos says, watching y'all play Arc Raiders is top content. That was a fun time. That was my first time really trying out an extraction shooter outside of Hunt Showdown, because I played a little bit of Hunt Showdown back in 2020. But I thought it was a really good time. I was very impressed by Arc Raiders. I'd play it again.
Yeah, I was asking Mike how the experience was with Nick, and he was like, well, Nick didn't really understand what was happening at all for all of the time.
I don't think it was like that.
I would say, as someone who's directing that stream, I would say the person who is going off on their own a lot and not being with the team and not doing call outs.
Come on. I mean,
Nick was actually like, for an extraction shooter, I think Nick was doing a solid time of like pulling his weight.
God, there was a moment where like we had just had an awesome team fight, me, Kevin Asa X, and Snowbike Mike, and we're all hurt. We don't have bullets. But I'm like, I got to go do this side quest because we've died the last 5 times fighting people and we never did this stupid little side quest. I'm going to go run over there and I see a squad. I'm like, oh shit, there's people here. Ping them. And we're hiding and we talk to them. We're like, hey, we're just getting shit. We don't have anything good on us. And they're like, all right. And they like just decide to walk by. And then I just hear fire, shoot. Mike goes down. He goes, I'm a fucking idiot. Oh. And we're like, Mike, what? He's like, it's not a million micro decisions. Sometimes you got to shoot. Sometimes you got, and like, dude, we don't have any bullets. It takes forever to reload in this game right now with our shitty guns. We would not have won this fight anyway. Sometimes you just gotta fight. Man, it's just and it was like an interesting moment of self-reflection for him to immediately go, I'm a fucking idiot. Like, why did I even do that?
He didn't try to shift blame. He didn't try to shift blame. That's interesting.
First time for everything.
When he tells the story on his own, he will blame it on you somehow.
Well, I mean, look, there's a very, very great clip out on Instagram.com/Andy Cortez clips. It's the most recent one. And the video starts off with Mike saying, all right, we failed the last many runs. We're going to get these guys in our web. We're going to get some guys in our web. We become friends with them, and we betray them. We fucking shoot them. And then Mike goes, and I'm going to blame you, Andy, when we eventually shoot them. Haha, funny moment, whatever. We meet some guys. Hey, what's going on, guys? Hey, this is me, Captain Sunburn. We got Captain Crunch over there. What are y'all's call signs? Call signs? Yeah. Like, what are your names? All right, I'm going to give you, you're Evergreen and you're Flamehawk, all right?
Okay.
We decided to take on a big spider robot. And we decided, like, let's all...
Oh, so you really made friends with these guys?
We made friends with these guys.
Cool.
We start shooting them. Or we start shooting the robot. We're battling it out. It's, like, intense as hell. Take it down. Fuck yeah, we did it, dude. We're all looting. Mike's just shooting the shit. He was probably 5 seconds away from giving these guys his phone number to hang out with them.
Yeah.
Or to give them hopes of hanging out with them at a time that he would just let them down.
We're both down.
And then we start getting shot by somebody random.
That was you.
A random. So rewind a bit, Barrett, if you can. Oh, that's as far back as it goes. Sorry.
Yeah,
so
the clip.
so what unfortunately happens, we get pushed by a random other team. So it's us 5, and I'm like, oh, dude, all of us are thinking the same thing. The squad that's pushing us has no idea that we have 5 with us right now. It's like a squad of 3 and then 2 other randos that we become friends with. Our friendship forged in fire after fighting this robot. team pushes us. Boom, we're shooting. I'm trying to get cover. One of us went down. I should go, taking a. And I see a body. Boom, I start shooting. I'm like, have this little single shot thing. I ended up shooting Evergreen.
No, I knew this was gonna happen. As soon as you started saying it, I was like,
and so this guy was like, "You betrayed us," and I was like, "What? I thought you were the bad guy." And then Mike's like, "Fucking Andy, I can't believe you killed them, bro."
No.
And then so Mike just goes on. Mike goes. You can just listen right here.
Chat, I fucked up. No, Andy. No, not Flamehawk and Evergreen.
Andy, how could you?
Betrayed us.
No, dude, I thought you were the bad guys.
Twitch.tv/Andy Cortez. Go follow him right now.
You can watch proof. Go to Twitch. You can watch proof.
Kevin Asex just fucking finishing them off.
I felt so bad.
That
dude.
was your best, like, Rick and Morty character just doing something really fucked up and, like, trying to come to terms with, oh, man, no!
Oh, jeez. So the guy ended up coming to my chat. He was like, I can't believe you. And I was like, I'm sorry.
Oh,
like, rewind
man.
it. I just, like, and the thing is, I thought it was, like, a bad guy. And I was like, I felt so awesome because I was hitting my shots. And he was shooting me, but I was shooting him. And I was like, fuck yeah, I killed the guy. And he was like, well, we're both down. And I was like, oh, no.
No.
I felt so bad, dude. Fucking Evergreen and Flamehawk, man.
R.I.P. Evergreen.
Miss you guys.
That's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
It's a good story.
Have
Also,
a better one. Tell on the stream later on.
Speaking of Rick and Morty, let me tell you, Silent Friends is back.
Oh, dude, I gotta start
Silent
it, man.
Friends is back, y'all.
God, I
We're
got
2 episodes in. I think they just dropped the 3rd episode last night, so I gotta watch that too. But man, TV's in a good place. I like TV.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out television. I watched an episode of Psych this weekend just cause.
Just like a random one?
Yeah, it was a good show.
God,
it was a good show. Like it was a concert. It was a good show.
It was a great time.
They threw on a random concert.
Sean and Gus. It was the episode where they all went out to celebrate like a work thing, but then they woke up and they couldn't remember anything
that
because
was
they
a
got
great
drugged,
episode.
and so they're trying to like retrace their
Love
steps.
that trope.
Yeah, oh, it was so good.
Michael Lemos, or I'm sorry, Alex Fraser says, throw in Andy some bones for the Gatsby's American Dream shirt. What a throwback. Thank you,
What a
Alex
throwback.
Fraser.
Kyle LaBeouf says, "Can Taste Buddy be at?" What does that mean? Taste Buddy.
I don't know.
I'm scared to like read the rest of it.
Yeah, I don't know what that means. I don't know what that means.
Can Taste Buddy be added as part of Tim's intro? Didn't they say TIA?
Oh, Taste Buddies is how he refers to the audience at the beginning of the ad read.
Oh, I didn't hear the ad. Okay.
Gotcha.
That makes sense. Thank you. Let's see. Mr. Straightfire says sprite artwork is expensive. So how do you guys feel about real VG artists creating their characters, but then using AI to transform them into sprites?
Real VG artists.
Video game artists.
Like, are you making a CG model? And
Yeah, I think they're making a 3D model and then having AI just turn that into sprites. I don't like it.
I don't like it either. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Now we're getting into questions like, well, are you okay with this? And it's like, I'm not on trial.
Yeah. It's like, why am I
Don't
being
try to catch me
put
to
on the
gotcha.
spot? I think like for me as somebody who's not an artist, right? So for me as somebody who appreciates art, I tend to judge anything that I view as a creative like art form, something that requires skill and something that I think is made better by expression via an actual human soul. Anything that's done through AI in that regard, I feel bad about. I don't like that. Like, you know, I mean, they mentioned here, right? And the super chat even mentions pixel art is difficult. Pixel art is tough, which is why I appreciate pixel art. That's why I look at pixel artists and what they do as something that's worthwhile and special and something that like I look at and I'm like, damn, y'all out here fucking doing it, like doing great work out here. If you do that through AI, I'm kind of like, okay, well, for me, it takes
It's
something
not
out of
the
it.
same love and crafting that a person had spent actually making that thing, which goes beyond his pixel art, which I get is what you're getting at as well. Of like, you know, in general, the use of AI.
Yeah.
It feels like
Put
it
a lower
cuts out
third
like
bug below me that says never use ChatGPT. How about that?
There you go.
Never
as
used it
well.
once. Never will.
Never will.
the whole
You
point
see-
of art is to have human connection and share your experience and your, you know, like your view of the world with others. Putting something else in that does it for you, you lose that.
That's my grandstanding. That's my what do they call it?
Something signaling, virtue signaling.
Yeah, it's my virtue signaling. I get
How
one.
dare you have virtues?
Let me tell you, I'm giving you T-2 years before you use ChatGPT, because like it's gonna end up being that at a point where it's almost required of us. Because
In what sense?
Like in the sense that like if I log into Facebook right now, they've already made AI photos of me without my. And I'm gonna say without my consent, even though I'm sure I checked the box somewhere. I feel like it's gonna be like that, where it's automatically you're using all.
But I'm
AI
saying
shit.
I'm not gonna download an app and say.
You're not gonna go to ChatGPT.com.
Write a statement for me. You know, like write a departure letter for when I quit Kind of Funny for still social media. You know,
because Kind of Funny has to come to the AI and
exactly.
I guess, and also in the other case of if I Google anything. Already Google's like found the AI answer is then put it as the first thing, right? Like I wouldn't be surprised if you see ChatGPT integration into that shit as well.
They're trying to take down Google. They're fighting Google. They would never.
Like they're gonna do like a references back when it happens. ChatGPT and TikTok are gonna fucking merge at some point, and it's gonna be the thing where like if you want to scroll, if you want to look up anything, it's gonna be through that.
We're all gonna get dumber.
God. It's already happened. I can already feel it in my brain. Trevor says, shout out to Blessing's wedding fit at Chain's wedding. Thank you so much. I appreciate that.
Tam Althor says, awkward middle child tax. Thank you for the $2.
What I told you, I already read that one.
And Sky Forsland says, do I play Battlefield 6 or Ghost of Tsushima next?
Oh, that's a good question.
I mean,
What's
two
your vibe?
very completely different experiences.
Should I have a chocolate cake or a sandwich for lunch?
Yeah. I'll tell you what. I didn't know. I told this to Greg the other day. I didn't know Costco chocolate chip cookies had it like that.
Oh, really?
I didn't know they were doing that.
They're really good.
Like I know. I've always heard. You know, I was a Sam's Club kid growing up.
Mm-hmm. Same.
So like we didn't have Costco's, and I just obviously I know the deals of the pizza. Right. It's always super affordable. Great place to work. Great benefits.
Mm-hmm.
Get a pizza and a Coke for $1.20. And they may give you the money back. Who knows? But then the chocolate chip cookie is like, shit, I didn't know it was that good.
Yeah.
It's so impressive. I'll tell you what, these fucking Reese's Oreos are just the end. Like, ugh.
Oh, yeah, you've had more
It's
of
a
them?
problem.
Do you just have a stash? Where are you getting these from?
I just buy them at corner stores.
Oh, you can't do that.
It's becoming a problem.
Can't do that.
So I'm like, we never see them. May never see them again. I'll have to buy the whole stock out right now.
I'm so happy that we're out of the gummies. The Welch's fruit gummies. I said when you say gummies, you usually think it's the cool kind that make you high, but no, I'm just eating Welch's fruit gummies for kids. They were from Ben's birthday party. I've been feeling up on those.
I keep on telling myself, all right, we'll try to trim down a bit more for this Verso Expedition 33 Halloween costume. Mm-hmm. I just keep on eating these Reese's Oreos.
Oh yeah,
it's a problem. God, a big problem.
Maybe that's what I do. I need something to train for.
A costume. It's always a costume.
Yeah. I don't know what I'm going to be for Halloween.
I'm going to be shirtless.
I'm going to find a way to be shirtless. Dude, somebody roasted me on Reddit the other day. Where it was like, I hate it when I don't expect the roast. Because it was in a post about D'Angelo. Where somebody was like, can somebody find the episode where they talked about D'Angelo? Because we talked about D'Angelo a while ago. Because he has a music video called for a song Untitled.
Come on.
Yeah, where you see, and in that video, in that conversation,
put that on Mount Rushmore.
God, you have to
put the fucking. Never mind.
The cum gutter.
End the show. End the show. End this show.
Okay, well, it's kind of like outside. You're wrong. We're right, and let us know what we got wrong as we got it wrong, so we can correct it for those watching later on YouTube, listening later on podcast services around the globe. Jeppo1457 says, Blessing, once again, you said 2026 would be the year of Yakuza, and now it's the year of remakes. Just pick one and pick the year of Yakuza. I need the evidence. I don't remember saying that. I probably did, but I don't remember saying that. And if I did, why would I say that? But also, I can run on multiple issues. I will not play Yakuza, though, next year. I lied. If I said it, I lied. How about that?
He lied.
I lied.
Do you want this lying politician as your president?
but I'm honest. I'm honest about the fact that I lied, though. So that should count for something.
No, I never said that.
The Portland Kevin. I guess we already figured that out. Dead Phoenix. Let's see. Oh, that's cool. Kebab says, missed Wii News. Industry legend Kat Bailey has announced her new role as storytelling lead at Larian Studios.
Whoa.
That's fucking wild. I didn't know about that.
Congratulations.
That's super cool. Eric Allen K says Steam Next Fest happens 3 times a year: February, June, and October.
Damn,
yeah.
Me then.
Let's see. That's for Game Showdown. That's not for here. That is it for kindoffunny.com/you're wrong. And that is it for this episode of Kind of Funny Games Daily, where each and every weekday we run you through the nerdy news you need to know about live on YouTube, Twitch, and on podcast services around the globe. If you love what we do, support us with the Kind of Funny membership on Patreon or YouTube to get all of our shows ad-free, watch us record them live, and get a daily exclusive show. Enjoy Kind of Funny podcast next. Gamescast is coming at the end of the day at 4 p.m. Pacific time, so stay tuned for that. Until next time, Game Daily.
Shake her hand.